Good morning. This will be my first video. I've showed where I'll show y'all how I'm doing some things. This morning I wanted to plant some onions in my tub system, and I'm going to kind of go over with y'all what I've been doing with the tub system and how I set it up. I do it a couple of ways. I'm doing it one way this morning because I hadn't got enough bottles to do it the other way, but I'll kind of give you a prep on that too, to let you see how I do both ways. But let's go and I'll kind of show you where I'm at. Okay, this is the tub I'm using. It's an 18-gallon tub. I bought it at Big Lots for $4.75, which is a lot cheaper than a 5-gallon bucket at Lowe's. The first thing I do, I'm building a wicking system. The first thing I do is the containers I use on the inside are these little 16-ounce containers that I buy 50 of them at a time at a local restaurant supply house. And I've been using these, but I've switched over to another bottle as well, and I'll show you that. And I'll kind of show you how I set this whole thing up. What this does is wick your water up to your plants, and if you're gone for 2 or 3 days or something like that, then this will help you keep your plants watered while you're gone. The other thing you do is you're going to put a hole, instead of putting it on the bottom, you're going to put it on the side. Excuse my photography, it ain't that good. And what this does is keeps an air pocket in there for your plants to breathe, because they got to have air just like you do. But it also keeps about 1.5 gallons of water in the bottom of that tub that's wicked up to the with the soil to the plant. Okay, the first thing I do is I put a hole, or actually 4 holes in this, 2 in the bottom, 2 in the top, and that lets your water get in and lets it also drain out and keeps it from overfilling. If you'll notice, I left a little space at the top. Here again, we need that air space in there. So this will kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing with these. I have a top on these so they'll hold the water. Now the other thing, looking back here in the tub, you want to line it with as many as you can get in there, because you want this whole system to pretty much cover at least 75 to 85% of the bottom, and that just helps it all out and works very, very well. Another part of this is integral is, excuse the noise in the background, they're building something on the other side, but is this pipe, and show you there I've got it cut at a little angle. And what I do with this is this goes inside this tub in order to get my water from the outside down to the bottom of my tub without soaking my plants, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to show you how I handle that deal right now. Okay, first thing we want to do is I want to put a hole in the top of this to accommodate my pipe. I'm going to do it just a little bit off center and mark me a size of my pipe. And when I cut this hole, I'm going to make it just a tiny bit smaller, so I have to force it just a little bit to kind of keep that seal that I want. And again, using my handy melter here, I just go around and melt out this spot for my holes. Be careful with this plastic because it gets extremely hot, and I can tell you right now. And I've already had it on my fingers, so not the most comfortable thing. But it does a good job on this. I like the way it works. Okay, we got that. Let me clean up a little bit of this in here. And I'm actually on this one here, I'm going to leave the top off because I want that water to flow not just in here but all the way down underneath. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in this way And that way I've got me a little contraption here to insert inside my tub to fill it up with water. Okay, now that we've got our little contraption here, we're going to put it in, and if you'll notice, I'm putting it the opposite of my drain hole because I want to leave that. I don't want this draining water out before I get it full. So by putting it on the other side, you don't face that problem. So basically, this is what you're looking at. Now I'm ready to put my dirt and fertilizer in. Okay, now we're putting our dirt in. And you want to put it in pretty slow. You don't want to just kind of dump it in there because you want to keep it fairly loose. You don't want to pack this in here because if you do that, it's going to restrict your water flow and you won't get good wicking out of it. Now, part of that is you are going to pack a little bit in between these containers, and that's actually where your wick is at. But here again, you don't want to do it too much. And what I'm doing is just barely covering the top of them. Okay, we got about a third full of dirt. I went ahead and put in my fertilizer and other components I want. And I use Miracle Grow, put about a tablespoon and a half. Epsom salt, another about a tablespoon and a half. And then I use about 2 tablespoons of lime just to kind of sweeten that soil up. Once you get that done, then you're ready to fill the container on up. That's a finished wicking tub right there. Now the thing you need to do is plant whatever you want planted in that. I'm going to do onions in this one, the little bunch of green onions, and so we can have some green onion tops when we want. But to just show you, this is a finished one with a second generation tomato plant in it, and it's doing very, very well. So that's the way I handle this with the wicking tubs, and hope this helps you. That's the way I do my wicking tubs, and it's been working well for me. My plants are growing well, even though we leave sometime for 2 or 3 days. I really don't have to worry about the watering of it because the wicking tubs pretty much handle that for me. I also have built a drip system. In the next video, I'll show you how to build that drip system. But wanted to show you how to do these wicking tubs, and believe me, they work. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, I guess it's over there on this side. And we'll see you in about a week.